Imagine stepping outside under a star-drenched sky, only to spot a new, unfamiliar light glimmering among the constellations. It was not there yesterday, but now it is. And it's not just any star. It's a celestial explosion millions of times brighter than before. A cosmic event so rare and powerful that astronomers around the world are scrambling to capture every flicker of data. Welcome to the awe-inspiring story of V462 Lupi, the nova that appeared without warning and lit up the southern sky like a cosmic firework. The discovery of V462 Lupi. On the night of June 12, 2025, something extraordinary occurred. A new point of light, later designated V462 Lupi, emerged in the Lupus constellation, a region of the sky best observed from the southern hemisphere. Initially dim, it would soon become one of the brightest celestial objects visible without the aid of a telescope. Its discovery was credited to the All-Sky Automated Survey for Supernova, a robotic sky surveying program that scans the entire night sky nightly. At first, V462 Lupi was a faint whisper of light, barely registering at magnitude 8.7 and visible to the naked eye. But over the span of just a few days, its brightness surged. By June 18, it reached magnitude 6.1, just on the edge of visibility to the unaided eye in ideal dark sky conditions. The celestial stranger had arrived, and it demanded attention. Interestingly, astronomers at the time had their telescopes trained on another star system, T Corona Borealis, a known recurrent nova expected to flare any moment. But while they waited for that familiar beast to awaken, V462 Lupi quietly stole the spotlight. What is a nova? To understand the excitement surrounding V462 Lupi, we first need to unpack what a nova really is. A nova doesn't involve the death of a star, not yet, at least. Instead, it's a spectacular outburst that occurs within a binary star system, where a dense stellar corpse called a white dwarf orbits in close proximity to a more conventional star, often a red giant or main sequence star. Over time, the white dwarf uses its immense gravity to pull hydrogen-rich material from its companion. As this matter accumulates on its surface, it forms a volatile layer. Eventually, the pressure and temperature grow so intense that nuclear fusion ignites in a sudden thermonuclear explosion. The result: a massive and temporary increase in brightness, sometimes by a factor of millions. But unlike a supernova, a nova does not destroy the white dwarf. Instead, it survives to potentially repeat this process again, making some novas like T Corona Borealis recurrent. The rapid ascent of V462 Lupi. What made V462 Lupi particularly captivating was its unexpected rise and sheer magnitude of change. Astronomers later realized that the progenitor star system had been barely detectable before the eruption, registering an astonishing magnitude 22.3. This means that the nova brightened by more than 3 million times, an incredible leap that underscores just how violent and energetic these explosions are. This spike in luminosity caught even veteran astronomers off guard. Typically, novae are predicted and studied based on years of historical data. But V462 Lupi emerged without warning, the cosmic wildcard that suddenly became the center of attention for observatories across the globe. A rare treat for skywatchers. Located in the constellation Lupus, Latin for wolf, V462 Lupi is primarily visible from southern latitudes, though those in the northern hemisphere may also catch glimpses depending on sky clarity and local light pollution. For amateur astronomers and seasoned skywatchers alike, this event was a golden opportunity. It's not every year, or even every decade, that a naked-eye nova graces our skies. And thanks to modern telescopes, satellites, and spectroscopy tools, professionals could gather high-resolution data almost immediately. The nova's light curve, a graph showing how its brightness changes over time, quickly became a subject of study. Early data suggested a classic rise and fall pattern, indicative of thermonuclear outbursts on a white dwarf surface. By examining the ejected material, astronomers hoped to decode what elements were formed and released, offering insights into the chemistry of stellar evolution. Chemical alchemy in the cosmos. But beyond the dazzling light show, novae serve an even deeper purpose. They are galactic alchemists, releasing elements that contribute to the chemical enrichment of space. As the nova explodes, It ejects a rich mix of hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen, the building blocks of stars, planets, and potentially life itself. These elements scatter into the interstellar medium, the vast space between stars, where they may one day coalesce into new stars or planetary systems. In essence, every nova is like a cosmic gardener, seeding the galaxy with the nutrients necessary for future generations of stars and planets. Without events like V462 Lupi, the universe would be a far less colorful and far less habitable place. Why astronomers are so excited? For scientists, V462 Lupi is not just another point of light, it's a data goldmine. Studying novae like this one helps researchers refine their models of binary star dynamics, especially the interactions between white dwarfs and their companions. It also provides clues about the long-term behavior of white dwarfs, how much mass they can accumulate before either stabilizing or tipping over into a Type Ia supernova, a different kind of explosion that completely destroys the white dwarf. Furthermore, by comparing V462 Lupi's behavior with that of known recurrent nova like T Corona Borealis, scientists can better understand what makes some systems erupt repeatedly while others remain dormant for centuries. And because V462 Lupi was unexpected, it emphasizes a humbling truth about astronomy. The universe is still full of surprises. What happens next? As with most nova, V462 Lupi's brightness is expected to fade gradually over the coming weeks and months. But even as its light dims, the information it provides will illuminate countless scientific inquiries. Spectroscopy data will help determine the velocity and composition of ejected material, shedding light on the thermonuclear processes that occurred. Light curves will be analyzed to identify whether this nova might be recurrent, or simply a classical nova destined to flare only once. Some astronomers speculate that V462 Lupi could hint at more complex interactions happening in close binary systems, possibly involving magnetic fields or rotational dynamics that we don't fully understand yet. And for the broader scientific community, the nova is a vivid reminder of the dynamic nature of our galaxy, where seemingly dead stars can suddenly roar back to life in spectacular fashion. The broader cosmic perspective. Every nova, including V462 Lupi, is part of a larger cosmic story, a tale of transformation, renewal, and connection. These events, though fleeting in human timeframes, are part of the ongoing narrative of stellar evolution. Our own sun will never become a nova, it's not in a binary system, but it will eventually become a white dwarf. And the elements released by nova today may one day become part of a new solar system, maybe even one with life. By studying nova, astronomers are essentially reading the history and future of our universe, piece by piece. As V462 Lupi begins to fade from view, it leaves behind more than stardust. It leaves behind inspiration. This nova was a spectacular reminder that even in our age of advanced telescopes and predictive models, the universe still holds the power to astonish. For those who gazed up and saw that new, gleaming star in the sky, it was a fleeting moment of wonder. For scientists, it was a treasure trove of information. For the dreamers, proof that the cosmos still speaks in fireworks. Stay curious. Keep watching the skies. You never know what might appear next. Like, subscribe, follow, and return for updates on the fading light of V462 Lupi and what might just be the next surprise waiting in the stars.